Good afternoon, crafty friends. How are you all? Yes, it's Studio One today with our fabulous Create Together Club. Get your words out, Toni. I have a coffee ready. I'm ready to go. I have a great demo this afternoon for you, and it's going to require picking up a pen and doing a bit of freehand drawing just to show you that sometimes we don't need all the stamps in the world to create pretty cards and scenes and things like that. My name is Toni Darroch, and this is the How to Craft Network Studio, where you will always get some inspiration. We love to share the love of craft, and we love your company every single day. So if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button, hit the bell. That gives you the half-an-hour notice. And we have several ways to shop from our channel as well. You don't have to shop, but if you do want to shop, we try and make it as easy as possible for you. So in today's studio, we are working on Create Together Club Stamp 2. Now, you can get involved at any time, as you all know, or most of you will know. But if you're just watching for the first time, Create Together Club is 3 stamps. We send all 3 stamps, some of which are sealed, and then you open when I tell you to open them. And we're currently working on the second stamp, which is the Somebody Loves You. The inspiration never goes away, so if you want to buy it now, the kit, you can, because we have a week's worth of inspiration with each stamp. So the first stamp, we have done the inspiration. You can check that out at any time, revisit it. We're now on the stamp set 2, and we're on to day 4 of the Create Together Club inspiration. Now on the back, you can see we have the lovely, let's just push those over slightly for you. We have the lovely cards that we've already created using different techniques. Today's is another cute card, and as you can see, I've used a lot of blue and pink. We need to change it up a little bit, guys. And then we'll continue on. So I'm live again tonight at 7 o'clock in Studio 3 with another Create Together. As you can see, we're super busy. So I'm working extra hard to make sure you get that content and inspiration for your Create Together Club. Now, and a couple of other things I just want to tell you about, and then we'll do a lovely shout out. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for coming and saying hello. But as you can see on the back here, we have our brand event on Friday. The fabulous brand event is where we have brands from all over the UK coming and celebrating either new and exclusives, returning favourites, some deals. And we have 4 lovely companies on Friday for you. So the event starts at 9:30 in the morning with the fabulous Sarah from Funky Fossil, and then shows proceed throughout the day. We have Funky Fossil, we have Unico back, we have a new company called Isabel Crafts, and then we have another new company called Cool Cats as well, and they're a little bit cool in the name, as you can suggest. So I'm super excited about Friday. Some of the products are exclusive to our channel, which makes me very happy. So I know you're all going to come in, tune in and see what everybody's got going on. You're probably thinking, well, where's all your regular brands? Where's Simon? Where's Carly? Where's Emma? Now, what we've decided to do with our own in-house brands is we've decided to put kits together and do live classes, which take more than just the dedicated 45 minutes or 1 hour. And I think a lot more of you will get a lot more out of it by doing a class, watching a class, doing it with us. If you want to buy the kit, you can. If you want to use products that are in your stash, you can. But it's going to be sort of a interactive class with our in-house brands. Because you were all asking, saying, 45 minutes an hour is just not enough. We want you on for longer. So what I've decided to do is the other brands in the UK are getting dedicated hours now, which is fabulous. And then our own brands are going to be doing classes with you all. I hope that's okay. I'm sure you're going to absolutely love it. As you all know, we're here for the inspiration, and those classes are going to be dedicated inspiration, step-by-steps with some cool projects. Is that okay? Give me the thumbs up if so. So let's get straight into the demo. But before I just get into the demo very quickly, this is the collection of stamps. If you want to get involved in the Create Together Club, you can absolutely do that. So this is the first one, which is all mine. The inspiration is on for this one. The week's worth of content is on YouTube. Just put Create Together in our search engine or go to the playlist. We're now on to day 4 of the second one. And if I send them today or you purchase them, this one will be in a sealed envelope. Now, you cannot see what's in this envelope, and you can't open it until I tell you to, okay? So that will be in, I think that one we're doing in April. That was April. So this is like chapter 2 of the Create Together Club, and the essence around it basically is creating together. And I do not know any other channels that offer 7 shows worth of content on one stamp. I think it's unheard of. You might get once, twice, even 3 times maybe, but not 7. So we're on to day 4, and I try and use all products that you will all have in your stash every day. I try not to step out of the comfort of what we've already got in our stash, because the point of Create Together Club is to do it together and use what we've got in our stash. It's not to say, I'm going to use this expensive, this and that expensive, that, or you need this or you need that, and none of you have got it. It's going to cost a fortune, and that's not what it's all about. So question, what classes? So it's just going to be free online classes where you can join in with Simon, Carly and Emma. So cool. Hopefully work won't get in the way. It will be on YouTube, so you will be able to catch it at any time, and I will try and put the hours in the best slots as well. So people who are working through the day, I might put an evening one in. It depends on the guests. It depends on the guests. We'll see what happens. So, right, let's crack straight on. So you need to save the date for Friday. Going to be some absolute, wait till you see the products, new and exclusive, brand new to our channel, amazing. So let's get straight into a demo. So I did say we're going to do a bit of freehand drawing, and I did. So I've got a black pen and I have a piece card. Now look here, I don't have a dedicated outline heart stamp, and I don't have clouds. So I thought, do you know what, let's pick up a pen and have a go ourselves. What's the worst that can happen, eh? So pen. So all I did was I drew some fluffy clouds. Now we've all done these. Like so. And I did some in some various sizes. Now if you do have a cloud stamp or a heart stamp, you can cheat. But I'm going with the guess that many people don't have them. So here we go. So I've just drawn a few clouds here. Or sheep. Look like sheep actually. So just random. And then I have a heart as well. It's not very symmetrical though, so I'm going to attempt it again. So still not great. I have one done already, which I took a bit more time on. So that's a good one. I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be a balloon. You're all thinking, again, like last night, where's this going, Toni? Well, have you got a coffee? Because you're going to need it. So don't forget, I did a show last night, 7 o'clock, if you want to go back and watch that one. I always know that a lot of you either have to catch up or watch the next day, because the views go up tremendously overnight for our USA viewers as well. And then this morning, I've seen a big influx as well this morning. So I know a lot of you do have to catch up because you work or you work in evenings and things like that. I do totally understand. So that's why we do encourage that you try and tune in when you can. And I am trying to do evening sessions and day sessions. So some of you actually do get to talk to me whilst I'm live. Try and spread myself thin. I'm like Lurpak. Other brands are available. Right, let's show you what I did. So here we go, look, clouds, sheep, cut with my huge scissors, as you all know, and then I have a heart, just in that black. Now I did it in quite a thick black, you know, because I thought, do you know what, my fussy cutting's not great, it'll help me out a little bit. So I've got a grey alcohol marker here, and all I'm done, yeah, that's the one I want, is I'm just going to outline or inlay inside this cloud because I don't want it to be flat. So just get a pen of any colour. Let's just add a bit of dimension to these. Now you could colour the whole thing actually and leave a white halo, because this practically disappears to nothing. As you can see there, it's practically gone. So let's add a bit more colour. Pencil, if you have a grey pencil, white. So I'm just adding. Could probably go a little bit darker with the grey, to be honest. But I don't have any cute critter stamp sets with clouds and things like that. So this is my way of doing it. But if you do have them, of course, you can use them. But I think sometimes, you know, it is nice to pick up a pen. So just add the ink in areas, circle motion. This is just normal cardstock, not proper colouring card either. So just add, I'm just trying to get a little bit more depth on there because this pen is a little bit light. You're all laughing like they are. All they need is legs and a head, and they're great sheep. 8 sheep in a row. family. Right, let's do the heart. So let's do a really bright heart on this one. So let's just get, I've got a couple of pens here. These are just my watercolour pens because these are the ones that I have to hand. So let's just set those aside. This is our heart. So let's just see what colours we've got. So I've got a nice sort of fuchsia, psychedelic pink. So let's go with the lightest all over here. So I'm just going to colour this heart in. Super easy. Now these are just my watercolour pens. Could add a touch of water now. Make it look like a watercolour bloom. Get a bit of colour down. Like so. It will evaporate, don't worry. And then let's go with this one maybe. Which one's this one? Psychedelic one on top, see what happens. Just round some areas. Like so, and then come back in with the original colour. And then that last colour, which is that darker one, that's not that one, that's, which one was that one? This one? I'm just trying to make it look a little bit 3D rather than flat. There we go. Let's just outline this side too. So these are just watercolour markers. So if this is all you have, I'm showing you that you can do it with watercolour markers as well. You don't have to have alcohol markers. Don't stress yourself out thinking I ain't got alcohol markers, they don't blend. Well, actually they do. Not too shabby either. They do blend quite well. Although not built for that, but you know, I've paid for them, so this is how they're getting used today. There we go. And then with a gel pen, here, look, grab a piece of black. I'm just going to add some detail to this. I'm going to add some circles. Now, these will pretty much disappear to nothing, so don't worry about it if you're thinking, oh, that's a bit white. If you have a tremor, you could do a stencil through this, okay? So now I have my own. I was like, I've stamped that. I really haven't. And you could absolutely add a halo in there if you wanted to. So we have our lovely balloon. We have our sheep. Yeah, so you could add stars. You could add hearts. So just like stars like that if you're not confident to do a circle. So let's get on with our card. So I'm just going to bring in this. And I'm going to bring in our Eureka. And today I'm going for well, last night we used them both, didn't we? I'm going for this one again. It looks like he's mailing a letter. I'm just going to make sure my stamp is absolutely clean. I do not want any of that post on there. So black ink pad. And I just want the bunnies and his little hand. But I don't want the letter, nor the stick, just the bunnies. Like so. Not a bad effort, that one. Let's just move this out of the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some masking tape. And we're going to create a sky, but in a square. I'm just going to grab the design. Like so. How far do I want mine? Do it about here. And then down the left and the right. Yeah, that's right. It could be used for lots of occasions, really, I guess. Then down there. I do love a bit of masking. I don't know if anybody else does, but I do. Right, so I'm going to create... Right, so I was going to do a blue sky, but looking at all the cards, they're all blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a sunny sky. So I've got my pigment inks here today. I thought it'd be nice to pop these out, and then I can add it to the QR code. So if anybody bought these, so we've got the lovely sort of yellowy colour. We have an orange. Could put a bit of a tropical sky in with a bit of red. We'll see how it goes. So let's get some colour down on here. Just get my mat here, stop my inks from rushing all over and squeeching. So yellow first. So I always take a little bit on my brush, grab a bit of card here. Make sure I'm satisfied I've got no mess on my brush. Now you could, let's just see how, you could swipe, but sometimes they're not great with the sticky on the back on there. So I'm just going to pop a bit of yellow in here very lightly. So it'll look like there's nothing on to start with. But what I do like about pigment, these ones, particularly the iodine ink ones, is they have got a lot of oil content, so I can get a really nice blend if I want to. So I've got a little bit of yellow. And I get a lovely, nice, crisp frame in here. So we'll go with a bit of yellow. Let's get a little bit of orange. So not too dark, just a lovely halo. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a little bit of card here. I'm just going to cover my bunny's head a little bit. Just going to curve off there. So just cover my bunny's head a little bit so I can get a little bit more round. Now you could do a mask, or you could use your masking fluid that you've all got. So let's maybe go back with a bit of the yellow. So I'm just adding an accent to the back because remember we have our clouds. You can see I've got that lovely halo around, so I just need to bring the colour in a little bit round to the base of his face, soften that line. This is just a little bit of a cheap way of getting, obviously, the colour down without having to mask, but you at home can absolutely mask, can't you? So I'll just take that up to there. Blend that out, that line. Blend, blend, blend. There we go. And then I'll fill in the gaps just lightly around his head like that. Right, let's just add a bit more orange, shall we? Let's just get that a little bit darker. Are you all talking to me? Sorry, I'm having fun. Having too much fun, guys. Just intensifying it a little bit. I might try the red. I think the red might be. Let's just try. Oof. So I'm using the red on this occasion, but I am actually like taking most of it off. So just bear that in mind because it is quite intense, the red. I think that's okay, do you? Bit round the top. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Right, so let's just take all of this away. Carefully pull your tape off. Now if you get a little bit of ink, this like little bit of ink here, your electric eraser will take that off if you have one of those. Trying to see if I have my electric eraser. I have it in my bag all the time for telly. And I take it to telly like I'm going to use it. And they just push you on so fast you think, oh, I can't get it out. Right, so we have our pretty card coming together. What we need to do now is we need to sort of think about our clouds look. Look how cool. Look, when they're stuck flat. So in and out of the aperture. I might not use them all, but I am going to place some. Possibly like that. So, right, let's start building my card first, because this is going to be quite fun when you see, you're probably thinking, I still really don't quite know where this is going. So you're going to see in a second. So let's get rid of the bunny rabbits, and let's use the with love. But you can use any sentiment you want in your stash. So just going to stamp this in black. Right, let's quickly show you how cool this card's going to come together. So today I'm using a pink card just to be a little bit different, and then I have a white matte and layer here. Let's see if I've got some glue that's not blocked. Hopefully this isn't blocked. Don't worry if you have to go. It's fine. I'm back tonight at 7 in Studio 3. Isn't it fabulous to have lots of studios and just be creative like this? And then we have our lovely pattern piece. Don't be afraid to mat white onto white. It just adds a touch of elegance. I will take my eraser to that little line here, can we see? I'll just pop that on there like so. And then let's take our clouds. So I'm going to do all of the clouds flat, and I'm going to do some inside the aperture and some outside the aperture. Now, you don't have to tell anybody that you hand drew these. We did these ourselves. Not so much sheep now, maybe. Too much. Just... yeah, let's pop one on top of the other, make it look a little bit more realistic, eh? And then what we're going to do here is we're going to take our lovely balloon we made ourselves. I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm just going to snip into the tail a little bit, just so it creates a little hole. Looks like I've nearly chipped the tail off. Chopped the tail off, chipped. And I'm just going to take some white cord here. And then I'm just going to stick some tape to the back with a pad. So start with my, this is the lovely cord which is online, but if you've got cotton or anything that would work equally as well. So I'm just going to hold that in place like so, and then I'm going to take that cord and pop it in that little snipped part. I'm just going to wrap it round several times. Now you could snip from both sides, but my actual heart goes off to a bit of a sharp point, so it'll probably fall off. But can you see how it's wrapped around there? And then I'm just going to take this pad off the back here and then pop it on top. So it's not going to come unravelled on the point. And then I'm going to take another pad and seal that in. Give it some shape, Toni. And then I'm going to pull the pad off here. I'm going to pull it back down like it's coming from our balloon. Can we see that here? And I'm going to pop our lovely balloon up here. And then I'm going to cut it off as if it's dangling from the back of the balloon. And then I'm going to take some more of the cord and I'm going to try and create a little bow. This might not go to plan because I'm not great with bows. Would you ever know that we didn't use a stamp for them clouds and that heart? You really wouldn't, would you? And then this little bow, pop it on there. That looks good, doesn't it? Oh, my glue's taking a turn for itself. Let's just grab some glue here. Use some of this glue here. I'll pop a bit of glue here for that hat, for this lovely bow. You don't have to put a bow on. I don't think it'll look nice. Just hold it in place a second. Give that a second. I'm not going to touch it. And then what I'll do is, I said I wasn't going to touch it, didn't I? Just until it grabs. It looks like our bunny's trying to grab. Trying to catch that balloon. They're all stepping on each other to try and catch that lovely balloon. And then let's just add some sequins in and around our lovely rabbits. Now, I don't know what's happened. Why does the glue do that? That's just crazy. And then what you could do is you could outline that square with black to bring it all in. I quite like the sunny sky sort of element of it. I need to get rid of that because that's sending me stir crazy. But let's just add some gorgeous, gorgeous sequins or some sparkles in and around. So we've got a nice... Shall we do... Let's do pinkies, hey? Now again, you could add the accent to your bunny rabbits, make its skin look a little bit more dimensional, and I will do that, I think. But let's add some. Trying my best not to touch that bow. Let's just add a couple of sparkles in and around our clouds. Not too many, and we'll go for the pink ones. Oh, great ideas. Carol Clark, you could do a kite. Oh, what a great idea. You could do a kite. Sat down. Like the rabbits are holding a kite. Oh my gosh. That is such a cool idea. Why didn't I think of that? So it looks like it's floating away and the bunnies are trying to grab that string on that balloon. I'll hold. I think it should be all right now. Don't forget to colour your bunnies in some way, even if it's just sparkly tails or sparkly bellies. If you're not a colourist and you're thinking, I do need a little bit of something, then you can absolutely do that too. Super quick and easy card, hey? Do you like that one? Love that card. Who's going to attempt some fluffy sheep clouds? Oh, just with a black pen. Use quite a thick one then. If your fussy cutting's not great, it's not the end of the world. And you could actually do some faux clouds in the background straight onto your card as well to create that depth and dimension should you wish. But it's just a different way of using those bunnies that are connected to a mailbox with a letter in the hand, but now brother sister's holding the brother up to say catch it, you know. So I love stamps that tell a story, and I love stamps that can be used in so many different ways. Shall we pop this one on the back then? Gorgeous. That's your favourite so far, so you'll have to let me know which is your favourite. Well, that's our number 4. So tonight is class 5, and we'll do something else with the bunny rabbits. And I think we're going to do a little bit of an interactive card tonight, ladies and gents. So something that's not just a flat card, something that's a little bit more interactive. And I think I might use my new acetate. So if you've got some acetate or an acetate sheet from one of your stamp sets from your packaging, you can utilise that as well. So that's the end of today's Create Together Club. I hope you've liked that one. Don't forget, we do have 7 sessions, so don't pick your favourite yet. And then you can show your makes over on the Eureka fan page. So reminders then, I'm racking my brain. So reminders, 7 o'clock tonight, Create Together Club 5, the class 5. And then tomorrow I'm with you at 1 o'clock as well. And then it's the brand event on Friday. And then I think we'll have 2 more Create Togethers to catch up on at some point. But I'll give you some more updates tonight in Studio 3 when I'm actually sat on my bottom and I've had time to breathe and I've got another cup of coffee. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cosy, have a play if you have the stamp. If you don't have the stamp, it's no great shake. Dig out a stamp that you've already bought from another company and, you know, try the technique at the very least. Crafting makes me happy and I know it makes you happy too. So have a lovely evening and afternoon. I'll see you all tonight. Take care. Bye.